You can probably come up, David, with many better examples than me, but I'm checking in on the South Carolina game on Saturday night as it continues to spiral out of control. And I saw Josh Vann make a couple plays, but one in particular, he's standing alone in the end zone. And the South Carolina quarterback was running around a little bit, but he wasn't exactly Russell Wilson going from sideline to sideline. He just kind of sprinted out and he was getting chased. And the fans in the front row of the stands were closer to Josh Vann than any Florida defender. He was lost. And considering the plays he had made before that, I would think that you would want to cover that guy. Just your thought, this South Carolina game, again, this took everybody by surprise just because, South Carolina beat Vandy by 1 point. They needed a last-second field goal. So they're not exactly, caught up to speed under Shane Beamer. And this was a rout.
Yeah, it was a rout, Mark. And you look at it, everything that Florida should have had an advantage here. Florida should have, on the defensive side of the ball, South Carolina could not run the ball whatsoever this season. And then pound the ball, run all over Florida. Basically, mirror image of the LSU game a few weeks ago for Florida. A team that couldn't run the ball, but came in against Florida. And look, they used Florida as their get-good game, and done some things that they haven't done all season. And that's what South Carolina just did Saturday night. And then the play you mentioned, Florida, I talk about marginally better on defense in some areas. The miscommunication and the breakdowns that we saw in the secondary last year in 2020 does went away for the most part. But here we are once again, as you said, nobody around. This throwing to Josh Vann is a third-string quarterback from St. Francis who's lighting up Todd Grantham and this defense. So the writing was on the wall, and you saw it time and time again. Toward the beginning of Todd Grantham's coordinator role at Florida, he would at least feast on the inexperienced quarterbacks, the not as talented quarterbacks. Even that went away starting in 2020. That's, you couldn't even count on. It didn't matter who was playing quarterback. Could be a true freshman out there putting yards up on Todd Grantham. It could be now a third-string quarterback for South Carolina who comes from FCS St. Francis and rolls right in and no issue, lights up Todd Grantham's defense, running around making plays. So, yeah, I mean, it was not easy to see. Saturday night was just all you had to do was watch that game, and that would have told you the complete story right now of where Todd Grantham stood at the University of Florida, and that's why he was fired.
South Carolina wins against Florida 40-17, spells the end for Grantham and Hevesy. Boy, when you consider that history that Hevesy has with Dan Mullen that you just outlined, wow, that's loyalty. That's a great working relationship, but it just had to be ended at that point, but had to be very difficult for Dan Mullen.